Hey, this is Andres Biegrins, and you are watching Warriors Weekly.
In our Warriors Profile segment, we catch up with two former D-League stars that have been contributing quality minutes for the Warriors. Here's Jim Barnett for more.
Well, today we have the pleasure of sitting down with two players who came to us from the D-League, Chris Hunter and Anthony Tolliver. Chris, you graduated from the University of Michigan after spending 4 years there, and Anthony, you 4 years at Creighton University, but neither of you were drafted. Let me ask you first, I'll go with you, Anthony. Did you expect to be drafted?
No, I didn't expect to be drafted, but it was one of those things where I kept working, and there was a couple teams that were throwing some scenarios at my agent and I, but none of them really sounded too great. So I didn't end up getting drafted, so I took the long road to get here.
What's the difference playing in the development league, I should say, and the NBA? You know, there's talent at both levels.
The biggest difference is, well, obviously, like you said, the ball isn't in my hands as much, so I have to do a lot of other things to help my team win. I have to concentrate more on defense and be more of a defensive stopper, and team defensively I have to be in the right spots at all times. As far as just like the competitive level, I mean, of course, yeah, here it's much higher, and it's from player 1 all the way through player 12 up here that you can't take a second off or you're going to get embarrassed. Whereas in the developmental league there would be some nights where you wouldn't have to go as hard maybe, but I guess that's the biggest difference is there's no nights off here.
Chris, I look at you and I see great size, and you're kind of a sleeper because I think there's more talent in there than people are seeing, and I think Don Nelson's discovering that. And do you have a better feel that you belong in the NBA?
Most definitely. My confidence level is growing and growing every day. I just got to continue to work at it. I came into this season not knowing how I was going to respond because I kind of had a rough off season with injuries, had a couple surgeries that kept me out and kept me from working as much and as hard as I wanted to. So I was kind of behind the 8 ball, but I just wanted to come in and show these guys that I had the talent and I was willing to work and try to make a name for myself in this league.
Tell us about the game recently against Atlanta where you played the entire 4th quarter. Don Nelson said that you really changed the game. He left you in there, and he's got more confidence in you.
Yeah, I just wanted to be ready. Like I said, I got my feet wet early and getting some minutes and starting a couple games and playing against some good teams and some good big guys. So I just wanted to stay ready. I got a chance to sit back and look at guys like Goose and Roney and learn some of the things that they were doing, and they were doing well on the floor, and try to implement that in my game. I just wanted to stay ready and go in there in that game, and luckily I was able to give good minutes on the defensive end, be able to be active, and it was a good win for us.
You had to be encouraged coming to the Warriors because years past they found Clint Azubuike, C.J. Watson in the D-League. These are two players that can play basketball, and they're going to have long careers in the NBA. Is that encouraging also to you, just to look at that aspect of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's very encouraging. They have the pedigree for finding guys that can play and guys that come in, like I said, make names for themselves and been big parts and contributors to teams. So, I mean, it was a great confidence booster knowing that I was coming here and knowing that Coach Nelson has a reputation of putting guys out there and giving guys the opportunity to show their skills. Where do
each of you see yourself come training camp next year?
To sum it up in one word, I would just want to be a beast next year. I just want to go in the off season and just work my butt off, and wherever the chips may fall, that's where I want to be. Hopefully it can be here, and I can continue to grow and develop here under the coaching staff and the things that we're doing here. I think it's a great young nucleus of guys with a lot of talent, but I just want to go into this off season and come back as a beast.
And Anthony, you've put up, as I say, phenomenal numbers. I mean, when you scored the 29 points in that one game, and you've had 4 or 5 games with double-digit rebounds. I think people know you can play.
Absolutely, and I hope that translates into next year, and hopefully beyond that. Said, what do you want to get out of this? Hopefully a guaranteed contract, and hopefully it's here. Out of all the teams I've had little stints with, there's not a more perfect place for me to play. As far as the system, as far as people around here, it's just awesome. But having a guaranteed contract, I found out that after signing that guarantee here, I play a lot better when I'm out there, and I shoot a lot higher percentage whenever I don't have to worry about my contract. So That's the goal. That's the goal, is go into the summer, work hard, and you know, prove to people that I deserve a fully guaranteed contract, and so I don't have to worry about it, and just play basketball for an entire NBA season with the team.
Well, let me say to both of you, it's you're great assets to have on this basketball team and this organization.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next time we'll see you on the court.